Gentle, contemplative music begins. The screen shows a beautiful montage of ancient statues, sweeping landscapes, old libraries, and bustling city streets. Quick cuts between classical art, philosophers' portraits, and modern-day thinkers engaged in conversation. The atmosphere is both intellectual and inviting. Philosophy, the timeless pursuit of wisdom, the deep, unending journey into the heart of existence. What is truth? What is the nature of good and evil? How do we live the best life possible? For thousands of years, these profound questions have been at the center of human thought. But how did we arrive at the answers, the struggles, and the debates that continue to shape the way we think today? From the sun-drenched shores of ancient Greece to the bustling tech hubs of the modern world, the evolution of philosophy is a fascinating tale of human curiosity, struggle, and discovery. In this video, we will explore the monumental journey of philosophical thought, from its birth in ancient Greece to the cutting-edge ideas shaping our world today. Whether you're a seasoned philosopher or someone new to this intellectual adventure, join us as we trace the evolution of our deepest ideas about life, truth, and meaning. The evolution of philosophy, from Greek thinkers to modern minds. 1. Ancient Greece, the birth of philosophy. Our story begins over 2,000 years ago in the heart of ancient Greece, a place where philosophy as we know it first took root. Imagine a world that was just beginning to see the power of reason over superstition, a world where people were starting to question the very fabric of reality itself. Here in the city of Athens, the first philosophers emerged, not as mystics or prophets, but as seekers of truth through reason and dialogue. They asked questions that, at the time, seemed almost audacious. What is justice? What is beauty? What is the essence of a good life? Socrates, 469 to 399 BCE, the most revered of them all, did not write down his teachings. He instead walked the streets of Athens, questioning the people around him with a relentless curiosity. His method of inquiry, the Socratic method, was simple yet revolutionary: to question, to probe, to seek clarity and truth in every conversation. For Socrates, the unexamined life was not worth living, and through his questions, he sought to help others uncover the deeper meaning of existence. His greatest pupil, Plato, 427 to 347 BCE, would go on to shape much of Western thought. Plato's vision transcended the visible world. He introduced the theory of the forms, an idea that there exists an eternal, perfect realm of truth, beauty, and justice, far beyond the imperfection of the world we experience with our senses. Through his Republic, he raised questions about society, morality, and the ideal state, many of which are still debated today. Plato's student, Aristotle, 384 to 322 BCE, took a more pragmatic path, focusing on ethics, politics, and science. Aristotle's contributions are vast. From the development of logic to his study of the natural world, he sought to understand how things work, how they move, change, and interact. For Aristotle, knowledge wasn't about contemplating abstract ideals, but about understanding the tangible world around us. His ideas on ethics, the pursuit of eudaimonia or flourishing, still influence how we think about happiness and virtue today. These early Greek philosophers didn't just shape their time. Their questions, their ideas, and their insights still echo through the centuries, calling us to explore, to seek understanding, and to never stop asking why. 2. The Middle Ages, philosophy meets religion. As the Roman Empire crumbled and the world entered the Middle Ages, philosophy underwent a transformation. The ancient world of reason and debate merged with the world of faith. Philosophy and religion became intertwined as thinkers grappled with understanding both the divine and the natural world. Thinkers like St. Augustine of Hippo, 354 to 430 CE, bridged the gap between philosophy and faith. He believed that while reason could lead us to understand much about the world, faith in God was necessary to understand the ultimate truths of existence. Augustine's work would shape Christian thought for centuries, emphasizing the role of divine grace in the search for meaning in the light of God's will. Then came Thomas Aquinas, 1225 to 1274 CE, one of the most influential philosophers of the Middle Ages, who sought to harmonize faith and reason. Aquinas argued that there could be no real contradiction between the teachings of the Church and the discoveries of philosophy. Through his monumental work, Summa Theologica, Aquinas laid the foundations for much of Christian theology and philosophy, blending Aristotelian logic with Christian doctrine. Though the Middle Ages were dominated by religion, these thinkers showed that reason still had a place in understanding the divine. They laid the groundwork for a new kind of philosophical inquiry, one that balanced the mysteries of faith with the power of human reason. 3. The Renaissance. The rebirth of humanism, then came the Renaissance, a period of incredible intellectual flourishing when the human spirit soared to new heights. With the rediscovery of ancient Greek and Roman texts, philosophy experienced a revival, and the focus shifted back to humanity itself. Humanism emerged as a powerful force, with thinkers emphasizing the potential and dignity of the human being. At the heart of the Renaissance was René Descartes, 1596 to 1650, who brought philosophy to the forefront of modern thought. Descartes famously said, "Cogito, ergo sum," I think, therefore I am. With this single phrase, Descartes established the importance of doubt and reason in the search for truth. His meditations on the mind-body relationship would shape both modern science and philosophy, ushering in an age of skepticism and rational inquiry. Meanwhile, Niccolò Machiavelli, 1469 to 1527, in his famous work The Prince, explored the darker side of politics, advocating for pragmatic, often ruthless measures in the pursuit of power. His ideas about governance and human nature would influence political thought for centuries, sparking debates on the ethics of leadership. 4. The Enlightenment. Reason, science, and progress. As we moved into the 17th and 18th centuries, the Age of Enlightenment ignited a revolutionary shift in how we view the world. It was an age defined by reason, science, and progress. Philosophers of this era believed that humanity could achieve greatness through knowledge, that we could build a better world through understanding. Voltaire, 169, 4-1 to 7 to 78, challenged the status quo, defending freedom of expression and the separation of church and state. He mocked religious dogma and absolute monarchies, calling for a society based on reason and justice. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, 1712 to 1778, in his Social Contract, argued that true freedom was found not in isolation, but in the collective will of the people. His revolutionary ideas would inspire democratic movements across the globe. And then there was Immanuel Kant, 1724 to 1804, who sought to answer the profound question of what it means to act morally. Kant's categorical imperative challenged us to act only according to maxims that we would want to be universal laws, guiding our ethics toward a more just world. 5. The modern era, from existentialism to postmodernism. As the world entered the modern era, philosophy turned inward. Existentialism emerged in the 19th and 20th centuries, as thinkers began grappling with the meaning of life in an often absurd and indifferent universe. The focus was no longer on abstract ideals, but on the individual's freedom, responsibility, and search for meaning. Friedrich Nietzsche, 1844 to 1900, boldly declared, "God is dead." In this provocative statement, he acknowledged the decline of traditional religious values and asked how humanity could create meaning in a world without absolute truths. His radical ideas would influence both existentialism and postmodernism. Meanwhile, Jean-Paul Sartre, 1905 to 1980, wrote that we are condemned to be free, asserting that in the absence of preordained meaning, it is up to each individual to create their own purpose. His philosophy invites us to embrace our freedom and the responsibility that comes with it. 6. Contemporary philosophy, new frontiers. Today, philosophy is more vibrant than ever, as thinkers tackle new and urgent questions about technology, identity, and society. From artificial intelligence to ethical dilemmas in the modern world, philosophy continues to be a compass in our search for truth and justice. Philosophers like Martha Nussbaum, 1947 to present, and Peter Singer, 1946 to present, address global justice, ethical treatment of animals, and how we define moral responsibility in a rapidly changing world. Meanwhile, as AI continues to shape our lives, the question of what it means to be human is more pressing than ever. Philosophy is no longer confined to dusty old books and libraries. It's alive, it's evolving, and it's guiding us through the complexities of the modern world. And perhaps most importantly, it challenges us to continue asking the questions, to never stop seeking, never stop wondering, and never stop searching for truth. Well, from the thinkers of ancient Greece to the trailblazers of the modern world, philosophy has been a guiding force in our quest for meaning. Its evolution mirrors the evolution of humanity itself, a journey marked by discovery, struggle, and enlightenment. We've only just scratched the surface of this incredible journey through the ages of philosophy. Stay tuned, because in upcoming videos, we'll dive deeper into each philosophical era, exploring the key ideas and groundbreaking thinkers that shape the world we live in today. If you enjoyed this exploration of philosophy's evolution, please like, share, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. We'd love to hear which philosophers or ideas you're most curious about. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue bringing you more content like this. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss our next update, where we'll go even further into the fascinating world of philosophical thought. Thank you for joining us on this intellectual adventure, and we can't wait to continue this journey with you.